Today I want to ask you to help me understand this story. There was a kind of monster that roamed the earth for 3,000 years, killing hundreds of millions of people, including several emperors. It didn't care whether you were rich or poor. The mortality rate was as high as 30%. Those who survived by a fluke would also be marked for life with pock-marked faces. This monster is smallpox. Facing such a reaper, what could humans do? Pray, flee, or fight back? To tell this story, we have to go back to the 18th century. At that time, smallpox was like the sword of Damo, CLs hanging over everyone's sheet. Strangely enough, in the British countryside, there was a very old gossip. People noticed that those milkmaids often got a kind of mild blisters on their hands after contacting cows. This was called cowpox. But here's the key point. Those milkmaids who had cowpox almost never got smallpox in their lives. This gossip had been around for many years, and people just listened to it as a story until one person showed up. This person is our protagonist today, Edward Jenner, an ordinary British country doctor. When Jenner heard this rumor, there was a bang in his head. Unlike others who just took it as a joke, he wondered why. He boldly put forward a hypothesis that sounded shocking at that time. Is it possible that as long as we actively get infected with the mild cowpox, our bodies can learn how to defeat the deadly smallpox? Just having a conjecture was NT enough. Jenner had to prove it. In 1796, the most thrilling scene in the history of human medicine took place. Jenner found an 8-year-old healthy boy, James Phipps. What did he do? Step 1. He extracted a little pus from the hand of a milkmaid who was having cowpox. Step 2. He made a cut on the boy's arm and planted the cowpox pus into it. As expected, the boy only had a mild fever and was lively again after a few days. But this was only the first half. The scariest second half was coming. A few weeks later, Jenner had to prove that the boy was really immune. He used the same method to inoculate the 8-year-old boy with real, deadly smallpox virus. This was a huge gamble. If Jenner was wrong, the boy would surely die, and Jenner himself would become a murderer and be disgraced. The result was, the boy was safe and sound. He didn't even have a fever. Jenner succeeded. He bet right. We know why today. It's like our immune system is an army. The cowpox virus and the smallpox virus are cousins and look very similar. What Jenner did was to first throw the weak, fighting cousin cowpox into the city. Our immune army rushed up, easily defeated it, and firmly read its wanted notice antibodies. When the really ferocious cousin, smallpox, invaded, our army saw the wanted notice and said, "Hey, it's this guy again." Then the whole army immediately attacked and completely wiped out smallpox before it could cause any damage. Jenner named this great method vaccination. Where does this word come from? Its root vacca in Latin means cow. Yes friends, the word vaccine that we rely on today is itself a monument, a tribute to those milkmaids and cows back then. Since Jenner's thrilling first shot, humanity's counterattack officially began. This was the work of one person. It was a global relay race that lasted nearly 200 years. Generation after generation of doctors, scientists, and public health workers traveled over mountains and through valleys, going deep into the most remote corners of the earth to bring this blessing from the cows to everyone. Until 1980, the World Health Organization's SOLID and lie announced to the world. Smallpox, this ancient plague that had tortured humanity for thousands of years, was completely eradicated. This is the only virus in human history that we have deleted with our own hands. This story tells us that in the face of disasters, fear and superstition are useless. Only observation, courage, and science are our most powerful weapons.